What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and we're back once again. Sad news. Another season gone. Another season came. Another season gone. My Pittsburgh Steelers suffered defeat in the wild card game to the Buffalo Bills on the road, 31-17. Yes, this game was pushed back a day after the snowstorm in Buffalo. Got it played at a weird time, 4:30 Eastern time. But yeah, the Steelers lost, man. 31-17. Shout out to the team for getting to the playoffs, finished 10-7. At that point in the season, losing to Arizona, losing to New England. Mitchell Trubisky coming for Kenny, doesn't do good. Mason finishes 3-0 in the regular season, gets us here, but can't get the job done. But I wouldn't say it's entirely his fault. He was part of the problem today with the Steelers. But hey, man, there'll be a lot of questions to answer about the offseason, but we can talk about that in the coming days, coming weeks. Bittersweet, man, bittersweet. This team, like we all know, as Steelers fans, give us ups and downs, and his quarterback play has been horrible throughout the season. Matt Canada fire everything, but with that, they still had a shot to come to this game and win. But honestly, Buffalo was just a better football team, and the Steelers hurt themselves in this game. Having 2 turnovers, a lot of penalties, man. 6 penalties for 50 yards. Just costly mistakes, drop passes. Eric Rowe almost had a pick on Josh Allen. Things like that. Pat Freiermuth fumbled. Luckily, he was out of bounds when the ball fumbled. So just things like that didn't go the way. So this team not helping itself. I know George Pickens should have got that penalty where Dame Jackson was holding them towards that 4th and 3. But, can't complain. You can't make these mistakes. But let's talk about how this happened. First quarter, Buffalo gets a stop, scores on their first possession, up and down the field on the Steelers. They took advantage of when the Steelers took out Cam Hayward. They ran right up in that interior, and we could not do nothing to stop it. So these things are just smart play calling by Buffalo. They did a great job. Then Steelers have a drive. George Pickens fumbles. That leads to another touchdown, 14 zips. So 1 turnover, 7 points off a turnover, which hurts majorly. Then the Steelers find a way to get the money on the drive down the field. On 2nd and goal, Mason throws the ball on the left side to a comeback route, which was supposed to be to Deontay Johnson. Misplays it. Kyler Elam jumps it, picks it. Kyler Elam got the best of Deontay Johnson right there. They were going back and forth. A few plays before that, he got called for a pass interference. They were drawing at each other. Fun and games. You know how it goes. But that cost us at least 3 points right there, so nothing there. Then the next possession, Josh Allen, in the second quarter, 52-yard touchdown, man. It was almost like a quarterback draw. He runs up the middle, goes left. It looks like he puts his shoulder down like he's about to truck him. But then somehow DeMonte Casey whiffs on the play, slides off and bounces off Josh Allen, and Josh Allen outruns everybody. So that makes it 21-7 right there. So 14 points off turnovers right there. Steelers find a way to come back, score Deontay Johnson from Mason Rudolph with 1:39 left after a blocked field goal attempt by the Bills. Nick Herbert recovers it. So we get some women to go in the half, 21-7. So I'm thinking, hey, these 2 turnovers look where it might be. It might be different. But third quarter, really defensively, traded field goals in that third quarter. So we're looking at 24-10. So we're giving ourselves a fighting chance. Joey Porter Jr. gets hurt in this game in that fourth quarter. So does Allen Robinson. Both leave concussions. Neither one comes back in the game. Late in that fourth quarter, Steelers get a touchdown pass from Mason Rudolph to Calvin Austin. The third, make it a 1-score game. And then that's it. Buffalo comes back down and moves the ball. Nothing the Steelers could do, but I will give the Steelers credit. When Buffalo lost to Terrell Bernard, we took advantage of the middle of the football field, and that's what Mason Rudolph's been doing the entire time for this game. But Buffalo's able to run the clock out. They get down there. They get down there. It's 30. It's 24-17, and on this last drive, this is what killed it for the Steelers. Khalil Shakur is a crossing route. He runs. Minka looks like he has the surefire tackle. He grabs him and throws him down. It looks like he falls. But guess what? His knee doesn't hit, and he's able to stay up. And guess what? He makes a couple guys miss juke, takes it to the end zone, 31-17. And that was pretty much all she wrote. The Steelers got the ball back with a little over 5 minutes, but couldn't convert on the possession on the 4th down. Broken up by Dame Jackson on George Pickens. It could have been called a penalty, holding, pass interference, whatever you want to call it, but they didn't call it, and pretty much just all she did. Buffalo was able to run the football on us today, especially, like I said, when Cam Hayward was out. So you can't do it. And then guess what? The Steelers fall to 1-11 without the best defensive player in football, T.J. Watt, since he's been drafted. So him not playing today was a very big deal. We got a couple sacks on Josh Allen. Buffalo's offensive line does a pretty good job of not letting them get sacked a lot, but we didn't get a lot of pressures on them at all. I know Marcus Golden got a sack. Highsmith got one. So it's not too much. The defense did what they could do. Those, like I said, those 2 turnovers were the biggest thing in this game. 14 points. So like I said, 6 penalties, 50 yards. Buffalo only had 2 penalties for 24 yards. Those 2 turnovers, those are things that get you beat. So they were in the game, but like I said before, Buffalo was the better football team. So what else can you do? There's not much you can really do. It's tough, man. It's tough. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered for the season. 3 things I'm looking at going into this offseason right now. I'll get more into it later this week and in coming days and weeks about what I think the offseason plan needs to be and what's going to happen. As we all know, people are going to keep talking about this, but I don't believe he needs to go anywhere. And that is Mike Tomlin and his contract and his situation and what he's going to do. I think ultimately if he wants to leave, it's going to be his decision. I know he's going into this next season, 24, with the last year on his contract. And normally the Steelers have extended him, so we'll see what happens with that. If anybody tries to trade offer him, what happens? It's going to be very interesting. At QB, this is the biggest question for this team right now. Mason went 3-0. Don't get me wrong, he did a good job, but he's not the quarterback of our future. And I know it took a first-round draft flyer on Kenny Pickett, but he's not the guy. And I'm going to keep saying that he was healthy and still didn't get his job back, which deservedly so. Mason deserved to start for this time that Kenny was out. We all know Mitch Trubisky should be cut, like I said before. We got to try to get healthy on the defensive side of the football. Linebacker, we'll see what we do with Landon Roberts. But we were just playing, we're just banged up, and that's part of the NFL, so I'm not gonna complain. But Minkah will be back. I believe KZ probably comes back. Joey Porter Jr. is good. We need to get him another sidekick. Patrick Peterson's good, but I think he needs to move to nickel or safety because he couldn't cover. Levi Wallace is just trash. So I believe his contract's up. So a lot of questions. We have the offensive firepower, the offensive pieces, I believe, to be a special team on offense if we can get the guy at the QB as a QB, man. I know it's not easy, but you got to make something happen because what we got now isn't good enough, especially in this high-powered AFC. Look at Kansas City Chiefs got Patrick Mahomes. Buffalo Bills got Josh Allen. Joe Burrow will be back next season. No, Deshaun Watson wasn't spectacular, but he's still something we got to get past in that division. So Lamar Jackson still in our division. So AFC is not going anywhere, man. So these CJ Stroud's coming along as a rookie. Look what he's doing right now. And we talk about quarterback play. Look, this guy's a rookie. He's got the Houston Texans in his first season with a rookie coach as well to the divisional round, and they're playing the Baltimore Ravens. So if you're thinking even twice of that you're down your quarterback, it's time that you think about moving on. I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to figure out a plan of action because you're going to fall back behind and just be mediocre, and we don't want that. No one for winning championships, man, so you got to get with the times and make these adjustments that need to be made. But all in all, we have time to soak it in, let these guys soak it in, and I just seen Mike Tomlin walked out of his post-game press conference, so things are going to get spicy in Pittsburgh. You already know how it goes, but we'll see what happens in these coming days and coming weeks, man. But another season gone, another season come, but we much more with the all-season talk and stuff. But, Steelers fans, I know we're disappointed, but we got to get better, man. Got to get better. This ain't good enough. Figure something out. But, hey, it's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.